English Standard 5, Chapter number 27, The Legend of Marathon. The Legend of Marathon is an inspiring story of a young man of 22-year-old named Pheidippides. The marathon is a sporting event. It is a running race of about 42 kilometers. The word marathon also means a task or event that lasts a long time and requires a lot of effort and patience. The first marathon race was organized at the time of the first Olympic Games, which were held in Greece. The marathon was started in the memory of the legendary Greek hero Pheidippides, who carried an important message from the Battle of Marathon to Athens. Given below is a story of his famous run from Marathon to Athens. We do not know whether the story is historically accurate, but it has inspired many generations of sportsmen. About 2500 years ago, Persia was a mighty kingdom. Their large army had landed in the bay near the town of Marathon. Bay means a broad inlet of the sea where the land curves inwards. Their target was Athens, a city-state in Greece. Athens had a small army compared to the Persian one. Athens were having small army. Persians were having lot of huge army. But the Athenian soldiers were very brave. They had faced the Persians before, but they needed help from other Greek kingdoms now. They decided to send a special messenger to the neighboring kingdom of Sparta, and his name was Pheidippides. Pheidippides was a young man who served as a day-long runner. He was a good runner. He ran to Sparta like the wind. He covered the distance of nearly 100 kilometers in a day. But alas, the people of Sparta were busy with some ceremonies. Ceremonies means an occasion which is grand and includes rituals. They did not want to join the battle immediately. They were busy with their programs. Pheidippides took this message back to Athens with a heavy heart but on light feet. Again, he ran 100 kilometers within a day. When the generals of Athens heard the cold Spartan response, they did not lose heart. They were ready to fight on their own. The Persian army was watching Athens like a cat watches a mouse hole. So, they decided to launch a surprise attack on the Persians. The Athenian generals sent their flanks around the Persian forces like speeding arrows and began to draw them in. The Persians were not ready for the battle. Even so, they were skilled archers. They showered arrows on the soldiers of Athens, but the arrows simply fell off their helmets and long and strong armors. Also, the Athenians knew their seashore well. The Persians were new to the terrain. Many of them were killed. Many more were injured. Some of them were lost in their marshy areas. The brave Athenians drove back every single remaining Persian soldiers back to their ships anchored in the bay. The battle was over within a few hours. The battle was over, but the Persians did not accept defeat. They saw that the entire army of Athens had rushed to seashore, leaving the city of Athens far behind. Only the aged people, women, and children were left in the city. The Persians now devised a new plan. The sea route to the city of Athens was much shorter than the land route. The Persians decided to take the sea route and pounce upon Athens from the seaside. The Athenian army would take very long to travel back to Athens on foot with their heavy armor and weapons. Seeing the Persians, the defenseless people in the city of Athens would think that Athens had lost the battle. Then it would be easy for the Persians to take over the city. The Athenian generals too were good strategists. Strategists means experts who plan and direct the war operation. When they saw the Persian fleet leave in a hurry, they understood the Persian plan. They resolved to go back to Athens as far as possible to defend it. But it was very necessary to let the people of Athens know that they had won. Then they would not open the gates to the Persians. They would wait for the victorious Athenian army to return. The city would be safe. Who would take this message to them? The message must be delivered before the Persians reach there. Who would travel faster than the Persians' ship, and that too on a longer route? Who else but Philippides? Philippides had already completed a run of more than 200 kilometers just the day before, but he was a brave young man. He did not give up. He would do anything for his state. Also, this time he was to carry a happy message. It was not easy for Philippides to reach Athens sooner than the Persians did. That is why this time he left the usual safe route and chose another one that passed through cliffs and mountains but was much shorter. Philippides scaled the first steep cliff and picked up speed. He had to run more than 40 kilometers. It was very hot. He began to perspire. Perspire means give out sweat. There was some shady olive trees on one side of the road, but Philippides couldn't wait, couldn't rest. He just ran on and on. His heart began to beat faster. He became weak and hunger and thirst, but he didn't stop. He kept on running. At last, Philippides came within sight of the city gates of Athens. He was successful in his mission. He had reached before the Persians. The people of Athens threw open the gate to Philippides. What happened, Philippides? Do you bring good news or? Yes, joy to you. We won. We won. As soon as Philippides had delivered this message, he collapsed, never to rise again. He had laid down his life in the service of Athens. The story of Philippides has inspired the people of Greece for many centuries. His historic run from Marathon to Athens became a legend. When the Olympic Games were started in Greece, this legendary event was commemorated in the form of the sporting event, the marathon. Today, marathons are arranged in many countries. When we see one or when we are old enough to take part in one, remember the first marathon runner. The first marathon runner is Philippides. So children, I hope you all have understood this chapter. You have to read it in your mind Thank you.